Welcome Eagles and Eaglettes to the episode 7 of W-EPS The Week. I'm Corey Romay.
And I'm Garrett Bank.
We're happy to have you here today with all of us at the latest and greatest at EPS.
Now here's Olivia with her story on student teachers.
Wait, what? Are they students that are teachers, or are they teachers that are students?
Good question. Let's find out.
In many schools, student and teacher are two very different roles. However, for a college student on our last semester of preparation, these roles become one, student-teacher. At the beginning of the semester, Elgin Public welcomed student-teacher Chelsea Childers. Childers, an Elgin native, began in the kindergarten room and then moved to the second grade room in early March. Childers chose Elgin Public because of the familiarity.
I felt like Elgin Public was a very understanding school. I knew the people here and I knew they were going to be very understanding with anything that I might need or need help with. I think it was going to be the most beneficial for me to be here.
Childers feels she is getting a really good idea of what it is like to teach.
The student teaching part of my schooling is what has been the most beneficial for me. Yes, you learn from the in-class teaching, but having the experiences, having the, in the moment experiences is what helps you more, I think.
Joyce Wimhoff, kindergarten teacher, is one of Childers' supervising teachers. She likes having a student teacher in the room.
Since she's been here, we've started science. We haven't had science yet this year.
Wimhoff feels the experience has been beneficial for everyone.
Oh, we've so much enjoyed. I don't know if the kids have enjoyed her more or me. She's a real big help in the classroom. Just having another set of hands is fantastic. Another person to get ideas from and to look up new activities for the kids.
Second grade teacher Deb Beckman, who is also a cooperating teacher, wants Childers to take a lot out of her room.
I want her to probably learn some of the things will be discipline, how to keep control with kids, as well as have fun with them. And I also want her to be able to have just have lots of new experiences. The light bulb kind of goes off, and so how exciting that is when you have taught them and worked with them about that.
According to Beckman, some of the children know Childers. Childers used to run the local daycare park center.
They'll have to learn. There will be differences in the way we run our classroom. Also, some of them already know Mrs. Childers from her working at the daycare. So being able to respond to her as a teacher and not just a caregiver for her, that will be an adjustment for some of them.
EPS principal Greg Wimhoff says that EPS has had a number of student teachers from Wayne State College.
A lot of times the colleges contact us for student teachers. We've had student teachers from a variety of schools, but Wayne State's the one that the institution that we get an awful lot of student teachers from.
Wimhoff also believes that EPS provides a valuable experience for student teachers.
I think they do a tremendous. I think our teachers are very professional, and I think they get a very good experience here. We see all kinds of issues.
We all hope Childers gets the best experience of teaching at Elgin Public. Good luck in your future of teaching.
What should we talk about next?
How about cheese?
Great. Where's the camera?
No, I mean real cheese. I'm sure most of our viewers are familiar with the latest viral sensation, the cheese challenge.
That's right. Enjoy the Beaks version of the cheese challenge.
Bring on the cheese.
no respect for a hard-working chimney. Oh, God. Ah.
Well, that feature was a little cheesy.
I could see that coming from a mile away. How about we move on to the winter sports wrap-up?
Go Wolfpack!
Winter sports such as basketball and wrestling have recently come to an end at EPS. However, the coaches and athletes have some fond memories of these activities. They also learned some valuable lessons. According to boys basketball coach Michael Becker, this year was a tough one for the team.
I feel like this year, the season, it was definitely a challenge, but we learned a lot and the boys continued to improve throughout the year, so that was encouraging.
Becker's most memorable moment was when they played CWC.
I think when we played CWC, being down at halftime and the boys believing and showing that they could come back and be successful their second half really was fun to watch and fun to watch them grow into that.
Becker feels there were several highlights.
Having all of them there, we had a lot of kind of cool things, whether it was Blake Opie's free throws or kids making half-court shots or buzzer beaters, so all of those were kind of cool things.
Injured senior Hunter Eastman enjoyed being able to start in the final home game of the season.
My most memorable moment would be playing against St. Mary's and getting to start and making a layup to start the game. Another memorable moment by the team was probably when Blake Opie got to go in and knock down 2 free throws. That was pretty exciting.
Reisman will miss the team dynamic.
I'll miss just that bond that you get to have with your players and teammates on the court.
The Wolfpack girls basketball team also recently finished their season. Coach Randy Eisenhower was pleased with the end result.
Overall, I thought it went pretty good for us. We finished the year 15-8. We had a lot of ups, some downs. Towards the end of the season, we lost 3 in a row, but against some very quality opponents.
Eisenhower has many fond memories.
I don't know if I can just pick out one memorable moment. Just overall looking at the whole year, it was a fun group of girls to be with, to be able to coach, and have some success.
Eisenhower had words of praise for his seniors.
A good group of seniors, starting with Allison. She's kind of been part of the program for 4 years, was a key point to our program the whole time. Kaylee, she had the tough injury this year right away, the 3rd game of the year. But what she did this summer to improve, she was playing really well for us, so I'm going to miss that. And then Grace came in first year this year, and she did some very good things for our basketball team, and all 3 of those girls are going to be missed. You never like seeing the seniors leave.
Senior Allie Wemhoff was optimistic about the season.
Really well. Given our sub-district, I think we fought really hard down to the last minute, down to the last second. I think we gave it our all, so there's nothing to be ashamed with.
Wemhoff's last season was a meaningful one.
Probably getting my 1,000th point. That was a huge accomplishment that my coaches and my teammates and my family all helped me get, so that was huge for me.
The EPPJ wrestling team finished their campaign under second-year head coach Trey Rossman. Rossman feels there were highs and lows to his season.
I thought the season went just okay. We did improve constantly from start to finish, which is the main thing.
Rossman learned that patience is important.
I just learned that you just got to be patient with everything. You can't build anything in a day. It takes time. You have to have trust in yourself as a coach. You have to build relationships, and you have to push the kids to the right amount. But then at the same time, it falls on them too partially.
Junior Corey Romay learned a lot during the season.
I felt the season went pretty good. I mean, obviously I didn't get to go where I wanted to be, Omaha, but you gotta live and you learn, and that's one of those things where it's a tough pill to swallow, but at the same time you gotta accept it because you learn more mistakes you learn more from your mistakes than you do your actual wins. So I'll take this into next year.
Rome experienced a highlight this season.
My most memorable moment would probably be when I got my first win. I mean, that was really special for me because I don't know, I took a year off, and then I didn't think I was actually going to win a match this year, and I did, and that pushed me to do better. While we're on the subject of sports, let's take a look at our spring sports preview.
Yep, I hear track and golf are in full swing.
That pun was even worse than mine.
Yeah, I know. How about we let Anna take over, shall we?
The school year is nearing the end, but there is still one more sports season to wrap up the year. Though some people don't believe it, both golf and track require a lot of physical activity. Both groups are looking forward to running, jumping, and swinging into spring. In some ways, members of both teams are working towards minimizing their numbers from last season in hopes of a trip to state in May. The golf team will work on lessening strokes, while some members of the track team will focus on reducing their times. Trent Ostransky, Wolfpack golf coach, hopes to see students perform to the best of their ability.
I want them to improve starting in March. I want their scores to lower by the time we finish our season in May.
Junior golfer Adam Drager is very fond of the opportunity to see new people outside of school.
You meet new people all the time. I mean, you're always golfing with different people at every meet.
Ostransky believes that the sport of golf offers many advantages. For many, it can be played long into the retirement years.
They can play it when they're older. I mean, when you're fragile, you really can't run or tackle or shoot hoops. So they can play it until they can't walk anymore.
EPPJ assistant track coach Trey Rossman enjoys coaching the sport of track.
I just like the competitive nature of it. It's more of an individual sport unless you're on a relay team, but at the same time you can just push yourself to become a better athlete.
Joey Getzford Trackster, a sophomore, believes the coaches are always pushing him to his best potential.
They keep helping me strive to go faster and work harder.
Both teams started their campaigns with opening practices in early March. Best of luck, Wolfpack Spring Sports, as you continue competition this season.
So, it looks like our next story is on scholarships.
What are these scholarly ships you speak of?
Wait, what?
Are they ships that wish to know all? Or are they scholars being shipped? Because if that's the case, are they migrating? Or are we just pairing some scholars together like Newton and Einstein? Now that's a pairing I can get behind. Right, boys?
Let's just have Hunter tell us.
Wink.
Scholarships have the ability to change seniors' lives as they enter college. However, they shouldn't wait until they're seniors to get started. Guidance counselor Sonia Richer feels it's never too early for students to start preparing for the road ahead.
Well, juniors, there's not a lot you can get done your junior year except just to know what's coming. And no surprise there, GPAs and class rank are very important. So always be concentrating on those because a lot of the scholarships are based upon that.
That being said, Richer knows the real work occurs for seniors every spring.
As for seniors, at this time of year, it's go time.
The counselor believes letters of recommendation are very important in the scholarship process.
A letter of recommendation is you are approaching someone to speak about you. And their perception of you comes from your behaviors, your actions, and your words.
Richer feels students should give adequate time for teachers to complete the letter.
And so when you ask for a recommendation, you're asking that person to speak in your favor. And so to prepare for that, you want to ask ahead of time, making sure that whoever you are asking has advanced warning of how much time they have to get that taken care of.
Richer also advises students to provide enough information for the person writing the letter.
You also want to supply them with any of the details that you might need included. So if what you're applying for requests that you have, let's say, work ethic, make sure that the person writing the recommendation speaks to work ethic, or their involvement, their leadership, sportsmanship, whatever it is that they're asking for, make sure they address those pieces.
Senior Mary Nichols understands the importance of scholarships.
They help you pay for college, and that's like a major part of like paying for tuition and room and board.
Nichols encourages students to take advantage of opportunities that may increase their chances for scholarships.
You can go out for activities in school and work hard in your classes so you can get good grades.
Senior Grace Richer agrees extracurricular activities build resumes, but feels community service helps as well.
Going out for extracurricular activities definitely helps, like speech, one act, band, choir, and then of course all the sports, but also doing volunteering during the summer or during the school year.
Aside from building a resume, Richer hopes to attain scholarships by being herself and utilizing her writing skills.
I intend to achieve these scholarships by just applying myself. I applied myself all through high school, and now I just need to focus on the essay parts.
Junior Talena Woodard, a scholarship newbie, has a few questions about scholarships.
What is the application process of scholarships, and what are scholarships in general, and where do you find scholarships?
However, Junior Corey Romay, also new to the process, only has one question regarding scholarships.
The only question I would have is what scholarships pertain to me.
EPS seniors, keep working hard and check the webpage for upcoming scholarships. And juniors, get ready. Your time is coming.
So that's the kind of scholarship he means.
Aren't you a senior? You're supposed to know this. It's kind of important.
It's been a long spring, my friend.
Well, that's a wrap for episode 7. We hope you've enjoyed it.
Be sure to tune in next time, as episode 8 is already in production.
Until then, be sure to check out our newsletter and follow us on Twitter at W-EPS The Beak.
On air,
in print,
in the know.
Not getting in.
I am just a regular chimney. Chimney sweep. I can only see 180 degrees. No.
I'm just imagining Garrett like from a sewer drain.
And Pennywise, the dancing clown.